Those of you who watched me walk up here may have thought that I didn't know for sure what was happening next. I'd just like to reassure you that, in fact, I have no idea what's happening next. I apologize for not having the mic out for the questions. Those of you who've hosted events like this, I think probably can appreciate the fact that as the day goes on, things happen that we weren't anticipating. But I hope you all could hear Secretary Whalen and the questions that were asked of her. At this point, I believe we are getting ready for a presentation by... We are. I'll get out of the way.
Hello, I am Dr. Katie Dockweiler. I am a two-time alumna of the College of Education here at UNLV, and I am the College of Education Alumni Chapter. I am also a school psychologist here in Clark County School District at Lucille Rogers Elementary School and Bilingual Psychological Services. As president of the College of Education Alumni Association, I am honored to be here today to represent my alma mater and its commitment to the progression of education in Nevada. It is my pleasure to introduce a Las Vegas performance group, the Tag Monologues, to perform for us today. With a commitment to provide voices to our children, the Tag Monologues' mission is to work with youth in high schools and juvenile detention facilities to address questions and get answers about the daily challenges they face. Using performance-based educational theater, no subject is off limits. While some of these performances may be somewhat disturbing, they also paint a vivid picture that some of us might not be able to see otherwise of challenges and barriers that face our students daily. Please welcome the founder and executive director of the Tag Monologues, Mr. Byron Stringer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me? Awesome. Again, my name is R. Byron Stringer, and I am the writer of the Tag Monologues. You know, I was a police officer here at Las Vegas Metro Police Department for over 26 and a half years. I've worked all over the valley. Somebody was clapping. Go ahead, clap. I love that. You know, whenever somebody gives a service to the community and to people, I think we all should celebrate it. And so I celebrate all those who are in service here in this city and across this country. It's so important. But as a police officer, I've worked all over the valley. I've seen this city grow, and I've also seen a lot of tragedy. And you know, I was a DARE officer for over 12 years, working with young people, trying to make a difference. But I realized that we needed something more. We needed to show them what was really happening so that we can create an arena, an atmosphere where we could talk openly about everything that is happening. Things like teen suicide, drug abuse, human trafficking, domestic violence, school violence, gang violence. There's so many things that are happening all across this country. And so as a police officer, I'm what you call a first responder. That means that I'm generally the first one to show up in the crime scene and one of the last ones to leave. And after I put out all that yellow tape and everybody has processed the crime scene, the coroner will show up. And he'll take one of these and put it on the person's toe. This is a toe tag. And we all know that toe tags is what a person gets when they've passed away. But did you know that a lot of children and adults have toe tags on now? And they're still walking, talking, breathing with a toe tag on. Let me explain. A toe tag is so much more than what a person gets when they die. It can represent low self-esteem, drug abuse, human trafficking, bad choices, bad decisions. There are so many things that people have on right now, and simply by taking off your toe tag, you can choose to live. But by keeping that toe tag on, it can keep you from accomplishing your goals and your dreams. Now, some of our kids, they have their toe tags on and they're just waving in the wind, and we know who those kids are. We know what their issues are. However, some of the kids take their toe tags and they hide them. And they try to pretend like they don't have any problems or no issues. And they show up to school and they smile, and it seems like everything is okay. Until you find out that they committed suicide, or that they ran away from home, or that they've been abusing drugs or drinking, or they died in a car accident. There's so many bad choices that they're trying to hide, and that's why it's important to talk openly about their issues, their toe tags, because then and only then can we really help them survive. Today, you're going to see a sampling of some of the monologues that we have, and we've been taking the toe tag monologues all over the country, in the Clark County School District, in the Clark County Juvenile Detention Center. We take it into churches and parks, wherever we can go to give the message that you need to choose life and take off your toe tag and live. So the first monologue you're going to see today is a young lady by the name of Jessica. Please put your hands together for Jessica.
Thank God I got an A on my paper. Anything less than an A and my parents would totally trip out. Define tripping? That is putting your daughter on restriction, cutting off her allowance and telling her that she's not going to get her dream car when she graduates. Just the thought of all that makes me perspire, and perspiration is not cute. Most people thought I was insane for taking Mr. O'Brien's history class, but all my friends were there. We made this deal years ago that no new friends could hang around us unless they passed strict guidelines. 1 was that you couldn't be ugly. 2 was that you had to dress and be cute. 3 was that you couldn't be a snitch. Define snitch? Okay. Opening your big mouth and telling other people's business. I hate snitches. The other day, a new student came into our class and something happened. Something only my girls and I saw. We were in the back and he came and sat behind us. He kept messing with his backpack and suddenly just everything fell out. Everything. His books, his pens, his papers, and his gun. Yeah, a gun. I should have said something, but I've seen guns on campus before. What was the big deal? Right? Mind your business and you're cool. Right? And oh my gosh, did you hear what happened later on that day? That student shot up the cafeteria. Students were running and screaming, and I know because I was there. He shot 4 students. Shot a girl. You know, right in the back. You never think things will happen to you. Can I ask you a question? Not all of you, but just my girls. Do you think we should have said something when we saw that he had a gun? I wonder how many students even knew that that guy had a gun. I know you knew. And you knew too. Why wouldn't you tell? Wait, no, I'm not ready. I have my whole life ahead of me. My parents were gonna get me a car when I graduated. Please, just give me another chance. I promise next time I'll tell. Please, please. I wanna live. If you were my friends, you wouldn't have let this happen to me.
There was a time when school violence and shootings and stabbings was something that we just simply didn't hear about. I mean, when Columbine happened, how many of you remember Columbine? When Columbine happened, we were just so shocked. We were glued to the TVs. We were watching it every day. We knew everybody's name that was involved, and we knew every detail. Now it's happening so much that we don't even pay attention to all the details. It seems like it's happening every other day. There was more violence that happened in my hometown, San Bernardino, just a few days ago. Out of all places, San Bernardino is a town that has horses and pigs, and there's not much of anything happening in San Bernardino. But now it's changed forever. Our whole country is being changed forever. Are our kids going to have to wear bulletproof vests now when they go to school? What is this world really coming to? So we have to teach our kids how to deal with conflict, and when they're feeling pressure, how to be able to go and talk to somebody, talk to their parents, talk to their counselors, talk to their teachers, talk to somebody. But don't take matters into your own hands and try to pay people back with a gun or with a knife. School should be a place where our kids are getting an education, not a place where they're afraid for their lives. The next monologue you're about to see is Johnny. Please put your hands together for Johnny.
Before my family moved to this city, we lived in a small town that seemed a million miles away from here. Kids back home are different from the kids here. For one, they don't call you names or bother you. My parents said I was going to love it here. Boy, were they wrong. Dead wrong. It normally starts in the morning. A push, a shove, then the name calling. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt. Whoever said that was lying. Words can hurt you. They hurt me. There's this game the bullies like to play in the morning at the bus stop. It involved my book bag being thrown into the community pool. They did it so much, I started keeping my homework in my socks. I paid for a lot of school books. When it all started to happen, I was going to tell, really, but I was afraid of things getting worse. They were making up lies. Things like I wanted to be a girl, and texting them all over the campus too. Girls were asking me if they could borrow my lipstick. One guy asked if I was going to try out for the girls' volleyball team. I yelled at him. I told him to shut up. Just shut up! How could they be so mean? Stop saying lies about me. I used to cry so much. My eyes would be red and swollen. The only time I wasn't crying was when I was asleep. So I figured being asleep forever was best. I did it so I would never have to hear it again. I wish I could do it all over again. I would tell somebody, anybody, until somebody listened. Don't take your life. Live. Can I ask you a question? There are three kinds of kids who hurt me. Those who hit me, those who lied on me, and those who just watched. I forget, which one were you?
I know some of you are probably thinking, he's young. Kids that age don't commit suicide. It was just a few months ago that a 7-year-old kid took his life. And I just learned that just this morning, another teenager in our school district just took his life. It's happening constantly, not just in Las Vegas, but all over our country. It's an epidemic. Suicide is becoming an option for our kids. They see it as a way of escape when it doesn't make any sense to us, because when we were kids and if we got bullied at school, we just went home, and when you go home, everything was done, or over the weekend, you never had to deal with it. But now, because of social media, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and it seems like they come up with a new one every single day. Kids are being bullied 24 hours, every day. People are hitting like, people are sharing videos, people are saying comments, and our kids are considering suicide. They need help. They need our help. The next monologue you're about to see is a young kid named Hardheaded. His name is Anthony, but I'm gonna let you decide if he's hard-headed or not. Please put your hands together for Hardheaded.
So my boy Shotty and Scooby, they pulled up in their fresh new ride. They was like, bros, hop in. Yeah, I know the car was stolen, but that's not my fault. That's their problem. I was just riding. So I hop in. Bros, you got the Navi in the dashboard too? I see you out here balling. Okay. Shotty had a 40 in one hand and a blunt in the other. He passed them both back so I can hit it too. Here, take that back. It had to be something else in that blunt because my head was spinning fast, real fast. Oh, man. So Scooby started talking, was like, bros, you ready to put in some community service? I started laughing like, community service? Man, ain't nobody about to go clean up no trash nowhere. Nah, bros, you ready to put in some work? We need you to put in some community service. I'm like, what is you talking about? And that's when he pulled out that all-black gun. And he put it in my hands. I tried to give it back. I really did. But he was like, nah, you gotta put in some work. It's your time to pay your dues. I knew this was bad. I had knots in the bottom of my stomach. I was nervous. He was like, what's wrong with you, man? Is you down for the set or what? Yeah, I'm down. And then they got the chanting, is you down for the set or what? Is you down for the set or what? Man, I'm down. I'm down. Don't worry, I'm down. He said, good, because we gonna get them fools back. It's the last time they gonna mess with us. We drove over the tracks into their neighborhood. I rolled down the window. I aimed the gun out. And I closed my eyes. They started laughing like, bros, open your eyes. Open your eyes. What you got your eyes closed for? I figured if my eyes was closed, it'd be easier. So So I told them, man, don't worry about it. Just tell me when to shoot. They kept laughing. Then the car rolled to a stop. And all I heard was, shoot them fools now! Now! Bang! 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 They started laughing. Look at them run! Look at them run! Then they got real quiet. And I heard Scooby say, bros, ain't that yo? I opened my eyes. I looked out the window. I dropped the gun. Lisa! What was my little sister doing on these side of the tracks? I told her not to play over it anymore. Oh! Lisa, wake up! Wake up, Lisa, come on! Mama needs us, come on, don't do this! Don't do this! Don't do this!
I want to be a ballerina. My mother has this big mirror in her room, and while she's at work, I like to go in there and pretend I'm in front of a zillion people dancing. I dance and dance until I was all out of air. All those people would stand to their feet and clap, screaming my name, Lisa! I know I'd be a good one. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I want to be when I'm a grown up. It's what do you call those people who help sick animals? Oh yeah, a vegetarian. I want to be a vegetarian so I can help sick puppies. A ballerina and a vegetarian. My brother came back home. My mother says I'm supposed to tell everyone he went to see his father for a few months. But that's not the truth. He don't even know his father. He was at a youth boot camp for bad kids. Anthony isn't really bad. My mother said he's just hard-headed. She's right. He is. Sometimes he stays out late, and sometimes he smells like those funny-smelling cigarettes. I love Anthony, but I'm afraid if he keeps on hanging out with that gang, something is gonna happen. They make him do bad things. Really bad things. A few days ago, I went across the tracks to my friend's house. I know it was far, but I wanted to see her new baby kittens. We were walking through the playground when it happened. I knew those guys in the car. The one holding the gun was Anthony. Why was he pointing the gun at me? I started to scream his name, but I didn't think he could hear me. Kids are running and screaming that he had a gun. I ran towards him, but his eyes were closed. Some people go through their whole lives with their eyes closed. You know, I don't really think he meant to shoot me. I know my brother loves me. I still love him. Can I ask you a question? Do ballerinas go to heaven too?
What have I done? What have we done?
Our children are dying and we're running out of time to save them. So it's going to take all of us pulling together to make a difference. We have to let them know that they can talk to us, and we have to make ourselves available. I'd like to thank Dean Metcalf for allowing us to come and to present the Tag Monologues. We are a nonprofit organization, and we always welcome opportunities to present and to make a difference. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.